Spoilers and offensive content to come. This is Starverse: The Forces of Evil, episode 36 and 37.
Oh my god!
What's wrong, Grouse?
First of all, you didn't mention that they're part of season 2. And secondly, these are episodes 19 and 20.
I'm sorry, what I'm looking at says 36 and 37.
Dave, we got these episodes from a completely legitimate source using completely legitimate numbering. And the completely legitimate numbering is 19 and 20. This is week 3 of the February 2017 Starbomb, or Starbruary is another term I've seen used.
Okay.
And after this, there will only be 2 episodes left next week, where they will conclude season 2.
Oh. And then we'll have to wait probably a year until the next season.
I'm gonna guess it'll be in September, October.
Yay.
Hey, Dave Broheim, is it a stretch to say, my boy, that Rasticor and Toffee are probably of the same species?
Probably.
You think it's a stretch to say that?
Oh, no, not a stretch.
Okay, so no, it's not a stretch.
No, it's not a stretch.
So this is a little bit of a hint that might be going on in Star's closet, right?
Yes.
I see.
The fact that he's growing back in there without her knowing. I think you said it was kind of creepy.
I'm just saying, because that's the room where Star conducts her personal business. Could you imagine from their perspective? Marco just suddenly starts attacking this old woman. I wish it was something like Hot Fuzz where he drop kicked her in the face. He just starts slugging her repeatedly.
Yeah. And you let her in after she chainsawed your door. Then again, from the weird stuff they've seen, that probably isn't too mysterious.
Kind of like in the Steven Universe world. Back when I was theorizing that this takes place in the same universe as Gravity Falls, which I still believe.
Nope.
I talked about how this world appears to be okay with magic and things out of the ordinary happening, where in the world of Gravity Falls, that was relegated to one specific zone of the Pacific Northwest.
Yep.
And my theory way back then was that this takes place after Gravity Falls, something about how the weirdness of that place seeped out, and thus we get the modern day in Starverse: Force of Evil. That said, whether or not that's true, and I still think it is, the fact is this world has seen its share of weirdness, like in Steven Universe, so things like this just don't faze people.
Well, faze the people that have seen it before.
Yeah, but even when Star first arrived, she arrived through a dimensional portal into the school, and the principal was like, he wasn't like, holy shit, aliens exist. No, he was like, this girl wants to go to school here.
Half Nelson dragged the bitch out and drop kick her right back into her car. Star can then hit that with a narwhal blast, send it into the sun. Problem solved.
I agree with this. Honestly, I think they should just attack and take the grounding.
Yeah.
Be like, you know what, this is worth it. That's what I think. I'm going to be like, you know what, ground me for a year. Yeah,
no.
And just half Nelson and whatever the fuck you said.
This evil, unlikable, horrendous asshole does not deserve any niceness at all.
I agree. And I'm a little disappointed that Marco's parents aren't immediately...
Well, they don't know the whole story.
Marco just told them the story and they don't believe him. That is wrong. If my kid says this lady tied me to a chair and tried to brainwash me, my kid won't have to back kick her in the face because I will.
I mean, he should be grabbing that chainsaw and opening a portal through her spleen.
That's funny. That's really funny. At first I thought you were gonna say take it to her spleen. Then you said open a portal. I'm like, aw. And then you said to her spleen, and I was immediately brought back in. Good work, Dave.
Made her the face of a revolution, even inspiring merchandise influencing the next generation of young princesses with her devious ways.
Wait a minute, you have merchandise?
Yeah, I get a $650 royalty check every month.
As I was saying...
Are you kidding me? Okay, I want to establish something here. They still have not resolved the continuity plot hole that is Marco 16 years in the other world.
Nope.
Which by now, I don't care what you say, he has to have forgotten it. Because otherwise he wouldn't be this person anymore.
People are arguing that he knows about it, he's just letting it lie. I disagree. I think that this show just decided to forget that it did that, and that's a horrible crime.
They don't fix that little glaring continuity hole, but they managed to make a backstory for why Marco always has $650 on hand.
Yep,
That's hilarious.
it is. Okay, really? Seriously, we're doing this? Are we going to actually make Marco's parents out to be a bunch of wusses at this juncture?
Papa Diaz should be giving this lady a Shinsho Ryuken through the fucking roof.
I mean, wow. Just wow.
Okay, two things. One, hilarious that Marco gave that sarcastic-ass apology and that Hannah spotted. Two, I'm sorry, Gemini has a crush on Marco. Look, I get it, Marco's hot. I have a crush on Marco. But still, dude, caressing one of Marco's dolls? That's a little creepy.
Just a bit. In the dimensional news today, rebellion has increased across the multiverse due to an apology.
Did we ever get the story behind the clubs that she has on her face? Like, has it been established that she's a Muni princess, or is this just a thing princesses have across the multiverse?
Sounds like that all princesses have some sort of symbol.
Because I know that was kind of a big issue, an unresolved plot thread back in the St. Olga's episode, which was one of the best episodes of season 1, was who is Miss Heinous, right? And they're still kind of dropping weird hints that there's more to her than she lets on, that even the show lets on, right?
Maybe.
Like, I'm not suggesting she's Eclipse, Queen of Darkness, because I think Eclipse had spades on her cheeks.
Yeah.
But there's some story behind that.
Probably just another princess that got brainwashed that eventually took over the school after the last one left. It could be as simple as that.
Could be. Even not counting the 16 years, Marco has far more and practical experience than anyone at this dojo. He should be teaching them, why does he still go here?
Something to do, I think.
Even if we argue that he forgot the 16 years, he has way more experience than any of them.
Totally.
He should not be here anymore, honestly. It's just a waste of his time.
I think that's exactly what it is. It's just a way to get out of the house for a little bit and hang.
It could be, like...
I mean, he knows more than his sensei.
See, the solution is obvious. You disguise Jeremy as Marco, and you give him to Miss Heinous, and then let them kill each other.
First episode of that one? No problem.
The Miss Heinous one?
Miss Hannah's episode was great. That second episode should never have gotten off the floor.
We weren't a fan of All Belts Are Off?
No. That was the first completely wasted, garbage, should not have existed episode.
Oh, come on. What about the one where Marco and Ponyhead went to get the pizza?
I will accept that over this piece of shit.
This one at least had a point. That one was just a waste of time.
Did it? Really?
No. But it had more of a point than the pizza episode.
I'll take the pizza episode for him and Ponyhead coming to an agreement of working together than this.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. It would have been awesome if Jeremy got drop-kicked, but I mean...
This just... All it showed us was that Jeremy's a horrible person still, and...
Sensei is dumb.
And Sensei is dumb.
And we knew both of these things already.
Exactly. It was a waste. I've not been able to say that yet for this show, but this was a waste of 10 minutes.
I don't know. There have been quite a few episodes of Star vs. Force of Evil that have been a waste of time.
I've never felt like this on a Star episode yet.
I like how Marco isn't affected by this. He's just trying to avoid it all. He's just like, motherfuckers are going to lose their shit. I'm out.
Yeah, he just...
Should hide in that hidden compartment of Jana's behind his locker.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's been a while since we've seen Cloudy! Almost forgot this fucker existed! After the last time, I would be a lot more hesitant to summon your old buddy Cloudy. But, you know, there was also that one episode where Marco lived in an alternate dimension for 16 years and we all seem to fucking forgot that. So whatever!
Die.
So I gotta be a prick to your old buddy Cloudy. Remember those good times we had, Dave? in Nam. I really like the Marco-Jackie pairing, and I don't want them to do a breakup into Destiny Starco thing anymore, as I mentioned during Bon Bon the Birthday Clowns review.
Mm-hmm.
But if that did have to happen, I also wouldn't mind Star and Jackie, because they're very compatible. I just don't know what you would call that ship.
Stacky.
I was gonna say Stacky, and then I realized I'm not a fucking idiot.
Yes, you are. I was
You're
reading
right.
your mind.
Yeah, you're right. I have so many dumb ship names. What am I talking about? I name all my Hearthstone decks after ships.
What are you going to call it? Jar?
I have a priest deck named Ryomako Ryu, because Ryu is for dragon, and Ryomako is, of course, the Kill a Kill ship. That should happen.
No, just friends.
I have my warrior deck is called Janstar Patrons, because it uses the Grim Patron minion to I basically abused the shit out of this one minion to make 7 of them when there only was 1.
I believe you abuse mechanics.
When I had a lot more decks, I named one after Pinecest. These days I only have 3 decks, but perhaps one day I'll make another Pinecest one. I saved that one for the crazy decks.
Yeah, because it's crazy.
One, I believe this is the same song that Marco and Tom were singing that one episode. 2, do you think this is part of the act, or are they really in jail?
Don't know. I'm more wondering if they actually broke a real jail wall.
Their name is Love Sentence, so it's entirely possible it's just part of the act. But knowing this universe, they might actually just be a band from jail. Maybe it's like Cody from Street Fighter, where he breaks out of jail when he's bored, and then he breaks back into jail when he needs a bed.
I do like their agreements with just friends.
Dave? This is one time that makes sense. I think Star's gonna be okay. She is fucking wrecked.
Yep.
She did all this for herself, obviously, to be okay with it, and she's not okay.
No, she's not okay with giving up Marco.
Nope.
And she's gonna have to come to terms with that.
I agree. Like I said, I've given up on the Starco thing, and I hope they don't go with that, because Marco and Jackie work, and Marco and Star can stay friends and awesome main characters of the show. And there are other prospects for Star that are more favorable, like Janna, which I really want to happen.
On one of the blogs that I follow, they had linked a really good comic that I've yet been able to find again, unfortunately. But it was literally like Star full-on butterfly freaked out rage effect.
Mm-hmm.
And
Janna
talking her down, saying, I get it. You're angry, but you can't...
That comic is in my Tumblr favorites somewhere.
Okay, so you've seen it.
I need to do a scouring of my favorites to grab the images I want, which is what I do. I'll favorite something and then I'll save them for my own personal collection.
If you find it, I want it.
If I find it, I will send it your way.
Because you know the one I'm talking about, it is so good.
Yep.
And it's so applicable to what's going on here.
Yeah, and like that was a really good episode. The music
was good.
The music was good. That was a legit song they made for the show, and a nice bit of continuity, because at the end there it's the same lyrics that Tom was trying to sing to Marco and Marco sang back, right? Like, we have 2 episodes left this season, and we have a lot of pieces in place to make this an explosion of a season finale. We have Toffee, we have Star's feelings, and we have well, these are really the big 2 players.
Those are the big 2 things right now. We have Ludo and the book. Mm-hmm. Like, we have a lot of pieces, you're right,
and these
that could come into play.
These last 2 episodes are both 22-minute ones. So,
ooh.
Yeah. 2 double-sized episodes, so...
That should make things interesting. They're always at their best when they're long episodes.
Yeah, I don't think there's been a long episode of Star vs. War Soul that hasn't been good.
Yeah.
Like...
I mean, I do hope we don't get a repeat of last year's season finale, because as we talked about back then, there were some good things done there, but there were also some fatal mistakes they made.
Agreed completely.
So...
I wouldn't say they're fatal... But there were some missteps, absolutely.
At the time there, I was thinking, maybe fatal's not the right word, but some major missteps. Like, I think this season should end off with Star losing the wand completely.
Well, the last episode is called Star Crushed, so...
Uh-oh.
And I know there's a third season, because that's been approved already.
Well, good. I mean, Disney isn't in the habit of canceling shows that are going well.
And the one image Darren Nefsey tweeted of the season 2 finale was Star apparently being consoled by Jenna with some other girls around.
Uh-oh.
The synopsis for the last 2 episodes are, one is about Star's Star Day, which I guess is her birthday, and the last one, Star Crushed. The only thing I've read in the synopsis is something about her strained relationship with Marco and blowing off the graduation party to go hang out with some other people, like Jenna and the others. So, we know shit's gonna hit the fan in one or both of these episodes, and it's gonna involve Toffee. And Star's, like, they've done a good job of showing that Star's emotions... Because as I talked about before, Star is a sorcerer, the kind of archetypal sorcerer. Magic is natural to her. So when she is not feeling okay, magic is destructive. And she is not okay. That green blast, that was the bad magic. And
we also know that Star can do magic without the wand.
We do know that, and we do know that normally when she's doing the bad magic, she has no control over it. She had a really precision aim on that fucking love sentence billboard right there. And she did that without looking at it.
Yeah.
So, we could have a little bit of Star embracing her anger a bit, which is fine. This is totally something she would do. She's confused and scared, and she has been deprived of certain pillars in her life. Yeah. And she is in love with someone that she didn't realize she was in love with and feels it is too late to take action with. Though it's really not. She could just come out with her feelings and be what may, right? So Star's in a very difficult place right now. And yeah, the 16 years has to have been forgotten. There's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way you can remember it and still be okay just fucking making out with a 15-year-old girl.
I wish they would just come out and tell us that he forgot.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. Which
doesn't make any sense because... what was the whole point of, like, wouldn't the scissors remind him? I mean, they're his scissors. The point of him being able to go back and talk to her and see his awesome motorcycle, like, that's one of the loose ends that I'm going to hold against this show forevermore if they don't do something with it.
Watch that be a huge plot point that gets completely addressed in the next 2. In a satisfactory way.
I hope so.
That would be strange.
Now, I could see them say, like, Marco maybe... what's the word for this? Repressing those memories.
Mm-hmm.
To try and stay a normal back in his youthful body. But
if that is true, then Marco himself is in a very difficult position right now. Like,
that would be a cool plot point to actually use.
Mm-hmm.
But if they're just gonna totally throw that away, I have problems.
Yeah, agreed. I would have similar problems. Dave, any more thoughts on the week 3 of the Star Bomb?
Nope.
Me neither. Carl's Dave Anime Rave is the best anime review show on the internet. And where can you find it, you may ask? Dave, where can they find it?
AnimeRave.xyz.
A fantastic URL for a fantastic anime review show with fantastic hosts watching fantastic and sometimes not so fantastic shows and reviewing them and reacting to them and just being really stupid on the internet.
And fighting copyright strikes left, right, and center.
Yes, bring it on, people.
Tune in next time.
Goodbye.